Okay, I'm about to start my mini review, but I just would like you to know that it is 13 degrees outside. I'm in a convertible, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm frozen. But anyways, but you know what, the one thing that is bugging me to no end is that I can't get my seatbelt. I have to do this to get it. It doesn't have one of those things over the, over the thingamajiggy. Over the seat is what I'm trying to say. Now, I fear that this is going to scratch. Normally, I would put it up here, okay? And then you wouldn't even see it. But I don't think it's going to work because I'm going to tell you why. Let's hit it. Okay, so now this folding roof. Here we are. You know how much I hate a sunroof? Okay, but this gives you the option. You can have 40 centimeter sunroof, okay? Or if you drive at 30 k's an hour, you can put the top down. In total, it will do 18 seconds. Okay, let's get that going. Brr. It's cold in here. There must be some clover in the atmosphere. Okay, if you know that movie, you're as old as I am. Goody though. I mean, the Mini Cooper Convertible is like the Paloma cocktail of cars. It's like more expensive, but my gosh, is it fun. And fizzy and gives you this beautiful taste of summer and puts you in a holiday mood. And it's like you pay the money like, oh my God. But then when you're drinking that, you are like, woohoo, let's go, let's party. I think that's how I feel about the Mini Convertible. Now, a convertible does need to be insured as well. Whew. Should have brought myself a jacket though as well at the same time. But pop your details into hippo.co.za like I did with this exact model and out popped the cheapest quote of 930 Rand a month, 9,500 Rand excess, but a whole bunch of quotes for you to choose from and go through. You can find your cheapest quote, okay? Because Hippo saves customers on average 455 Rand a month. So you might want to check that out. What I'm going to do is, because, okay, you'll see that when the roof goes down, so do the windows and the sidebars, whatever, to give you an absolutely unobstructed view. But I like to have the windows open, mainly because I don't feel like I'm that cocooned in here. And I feel weird. It's been a long time since I've done a review in a convertible. That's for bloody sure. As you can tell, I'm not used to being in one. I think also convertibles for me, especially in South Africa, are a thing. Like, I even live in a very, very safe area, and I'm in Cape Town. I'm in Joburg in a convertible. I don't think I could do that. But I don't like when I get to the robot and I look around to see if there are people and they're going to be like, Milu, and then do you know? Anyways, it does look pretty cool though, doesn't it? I'm just looking at myself on my own camera. Okay, so hopefully this is working quite well. Rightio, so like how to round off the mini tribute it feels like I've done lately, because I've done all the like Mini family, to end it with what Mini describes as the most emotional model of the Mini lineup, okay, which is the convertible. Now I'm in the Cooper S Convertible. You can also get the Cooper C. I'm in the favored trim. Now I thought it was flavored, so like classic, flavored, and JCW. But then I read the spec sheet and it said favored, and I was like, oh, I am almost certain in the other reviews I called it flavored, but maybe they should consider that. Now, speaking of freezing, like I said, it's 13 degrees. This has an optional heated steering wheel, which is definitely on right now. I've also got my legs warming at like 29 degrees. And I don't have the wind diffuser clicked into place, which you can put in the back, which would obviously help with the wind noise and sort of brrr, okay? But in fairness, it's actually not too bad. And very smart me tied my hair up for this without actually even considering that. I didn't even think about it. Now, like I said, this goes down in sort of 18 seconds. You've got to be doing a speed of 30 k's an hour, which I understand, but I always find it such an awkward thing because now if I want to, now I'm only doing 50, but if I now want to, if it starts raining, I know it like sometimes goes past you, but then I've got to pull over or like really slow down and piss someone off behind me to close it. I'm just going to the impracticalities of a convertible, but actually the whole point about this is that it is probably the most fun Mini that you can buy. And the one that I would choose if I had to buy a Mini, because then you get it all, okay? And also, I'm not buying it for a practical like car. Okay, this has got, the rear seats are pointless. I mean, you can sort of get in, this is like a comfort access thing, which I think is an optional extra, so cool, you can get in. But once you're in the back there, whoa, that is some tight spaces. Tight space, it is a tight space. The boot is like 161 liters or something with the top down. Top up, you're looking at 215. I mean, it's quite deep. It also, what is quite fun and is absolutely fascinating, Luca, is the fact that it opens with like a bucky. So it goes down, like it kind of opens the other way around, like instead of like upwards. He keeps coming to me saying, why is this car open like that? It's quite fun, actually. Fun little party trick. But that also just because it's easier to load things, obviously it makes things like a functional issue. I mean, makes functional sense for it to be doing that. So another optional extra on this car is the head-up display. Now, you've got this standard central OLED entertainment system display door, which obviously does everything in it. It's also got the 7 experiences, which I find to be gimmicky and not of interest to me, but I think a Mini driver loves them because of that point. It is gimmicky. I think once you've got your thing, you would use, I don't know if you would ever go in to change it again, but Mini drivers, let me know, how often do you change your experience, which is just the ambience of the interior. But the head-up display is, some people want it obviously because then you want your speedometer and everything in front of you instead of here. But the reason it isn't standard, I think, is because of the fact that it does obstruct your view. And it does, because I've said this in another review of this exact car on Ignition GT, about the fact that it looks very, very sort of aftermarket, very cheap. And this interior is so beautifully Mini. It's so sort of premium and luxurious and lovely. And then you've got this like donk head-up display, which sucks for me. So I would just get rid of that. That's like probably the only thing I would get rid of. Otherwise, everything else, very pretty, very nice. Also from a safety point of view, it does have just behind these seats like hidden, it's got like anti-roll system so that if it detects that, it will like automatically activate and whatever, so that you maybe don't bump your head if you roll the car, you know. The one thing I have to say is with the top up is sort of NVH levels are really good. I drove this on a highway yesterday for quite a long way and was really like pleasantly surprised that it didn't feel like I was in a convertible with the top up, which is key. It is key. I cannot tell you how key that is. I would like a convertible, but I'd like it to be a sort of, well, a hard top non-convertible standard car when I need it to be, which maybe is in the middle of winter or when I'm not often, you know, when I'm around town or going maybe far. And I don't want to be on a highway with the top down. So big up there, Mini. Engine-wise, it's different to the standard Mini in that you get the 2 choices of both a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol, but one has 130 kilowatts of power and 250 newton meters of torque. The other one has 150 kilowatts of power and 300 newton meters of torque, mated to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which shifts seamlessly. It's like lightning fast shift. It's really, really impressive. It's a beautiful drive. The sort of structural rigidity of this car is so impressive, and it doesn't feel like a Mini that's just had its top chopped off. Like there's been so much thought out of in this car. Like the steering feels direct, there's minimal torque steer, in fact almost none. It is really a joy to drive. I mean, I'm having fun. And the top down just gives it that extra little element, although I'm getting a little bit of earache. Look at my hair just blowing in the wind, going along the, well, you can't see, but I'm actually driving along the coast. I would love this to be a beautiful day because it would really just point out the whole point of a convertible Mini. And the thing about this that makes it so special is the fact that it's so unique, it's so niche. There is no competitors. There's nothing like the Mini convertible, nothing. I mean, what, a Mazda CX-5 maybe, which they don't even, can't get anymore kind of thing, or they don't make anymore, or yeah, can't buy anymore. Wow, Jules. I mean, new. Mustang convertible? No, different leagues here. or different vibes. Yeah, I think like the closest would be back, like remember like a little Fiat that has that the little folding, but it's not like as convertible. There isn't anything like it. So from a price point of view, you're looking at 687,000 Rand for the Cooper C, and then the Cooper S comes in at 752,000 Rand. Bizarre. You are bizarro if you are spending that much money on a Mini Cooper S Convertible. But here's the thing. Obviously, it is a senseless, makes no sense, crazy buy. It's not a practical purchase. It's just fun, and that's what it's about. This is the Mini I would choose. Why would you go, if you're going to have a Mini, you want fun. And I know some people drive Minis for different reasons or whatever, but I'm talking about like the Mini Cooper specifically. I love how fun it is. And a convertible just means it's that much more fun. And so if you have the money, why not? I mean, I could tell you the fuel consumption is at 6.6 liters on both engines, interestingly. I'm sitting at 7.2 or something, or 7.7, or does it matter? Like, I want to have fun in this car and drive it like I'm having fun. I don't want to worry about anything else. So as much as it's a sort of like not the most sensible purchase, and I would never say to somebody, yeah, like, you know, part with that amount of money if you're looking for like a great car. If someone came to me and saying, is the convertible a great car because I think I might be looking at it, and they're not so interested in the money part, like the budget point of view, I'd be like, hell yeah, it's fun. Enjoy it. Let's do a hoot test. Oh, shame this guy thought I was going to hoot at him. I didn't. Oh, it's okay. It's very loud also because I've got the top down, obviously. Okay, just to end this, because I should have said, the one thing I hate is that I want to keep the finger in it the whole time. I want an automatic jaw. But now I'll just stand driving like this. Clear. Guys, I thought someone's hand was coming into the water. Literally, this is why I cannot have a convertible. Oh my God. I genuinely thought I'm such a scaredy cat. I genuinely thought someone was putting their hand in the window there. Hey now, well, talk about a Paloma I mentioned earlier. I might have to have one of those now, like a stiff one. Pop a little extra tequila in there.